Hi everybody, my name is Carmela and I was a concierge CP from February to May of 2014 this year. I did stay till August 1st, but unfortunately I didn't get concierge to extend. I did get attractions at Dinosaur, which I'm not going to really talk about in this video to save some time, and if you want to know about it, you can just ask me. Maybe I'll make a video on Dinosaur. Um, I'll basically start with all the things you need to know about concierge, how to try to get it, how to talk about it, and everything, because I know that concierge information for CPs is very scarce. I remember when last year when I was applying, I couldn't find anything that I could use or useful. Usually everything was about more like attractions, merchandise, uh, other things. Not really concierge. But let's get started. So I'm gonna probably. I hope this video is not that long, but it might be. But if you really wanna know about concierge, please watch this whole video. It could help you. I'm really gonna discuss as much as I can, just to hopefully tell you what it is and what it takes. Hopefully for you to get the role. Um, I'll just start with the basics. I wasn't a hospitality. I'm not a hospitality major. I'm an accounting major. I never worked at a hotel before. I did work a receptionist job at Remax, which was also customer service. So I used a lot of that to incorporate with the role, hopefully to get it, which I did, which was very exciting. For the phone interview, they did ask a lot of questions about concierge. If you went on my Tumblr, I'll link it to the description. Um, Excuse me. I have a list of all the phone interview questions I got from another source. I don't remember where, but that really helped me a lot. They asked me, what do guests expect when they stay at a Disney resort? Then they asked me if nobody was working. Excuse me. If the lobby was empty and there's nobody there, what would you do? Which actually in reality happened a lot. I will tell you later what happens when that happens. Also, how would you feel for a very repetitive role? Um, they also asked me, what do you think is the qualities of a Disney concierge? And that was pretty much it, I think. Oh, she also asked me what she asked me? She asked me, I think, what my favorite resort was. I think that's what she asked me. No, I think I told her what my favorite resort was. Anyways, so after the phone interview, I only waited for 8 days and I got accepted for concierge. I was very excited because that's what I really wanted to do. I actually had a dream that I was a concierge in 2012. It was really creepy, but it was a very good dream. So let's fast forward to February 3rd. Very excited. Woo. Found out where I was working. Grand Floridian. Ah! So excited that I was working at the Grand Floridian. I didn't even mention that I wanted to work there. I don't know. Back to the dream. I dreamed I was at Grand Floridian, but I don't want to give you a spoiler until the drum roll. So, yeah, I was so excited. I was over the moon. I was over the moon. I was so happy. I was trying not to be a drama queen because I was like gonna scream and everything. It was really cool. And my sister got Magic Kingdom character attendance, so we were both screaming for joy. Twin sister, she did the program with me. We were very excited because we got what we wanted, and it was great. Let's fast forward to traditions. I'm just going to let you know this, like me. Don't get your hopes up that you're going to get a day off after traditions or 2 days off after traditions like my roommates did, like my friends did, because I did it. Right after traditions, so if we weren't tired enough, I had an 8 o'clock class to 5:30 at Disney University for 5 days in a row. So, let's talk about that. I had to wake up at 6 or 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30. I had to wake up. I think I had to catch a 6:30 bus. What I recommend if you're bus people or even car people, make sure you get there about like maybe 45 minutes early just to know your way around the area, because traffic in Orlando is major, very big. Because you can get, I don't want you to be late because technically you clock in, you learn how to clock in, you learn how to clock out, you get paid. So it's basically a day's work, which it is. My rate for a concierge was $8.85, which was really nice. And we usually worked 4 to 5 days a week. I never really worked 6 days a week because they only scheduled me at least 4 to 5 days, which is great. Oh, it was awesome. And I never got more than 9 hours. I usually got 8.5 hours to 9.5 hours, which was normal, basically. I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful. So what am I going to say? Training at Disney University is 5 days for front desk. You first are trained front desk because if there's a busy day in a lobby, concierge must know how to check a guest in. They must know how Lilo works, how the cash system works. It's great. I liked both for many different reasons, and it was really great to learn both. Let me also say the difference between concierge and hospitality, because a lot of people want to know. Hospitality is front desk, runner, which is like basically, to explain it, it's like a delivery person. It's basically what it is, runner. You go everywhere. But I heard it's fun. I heard it's tiring. I did shadow bellhops and runners, so I kind of got an idea of it. Curbside is where, check in at the curb for a club level guest at deluxe resorts. I guess driver counts, the hotel driver. And I think that's it. For concierges, obviously concierge and tickets, dining reservations. Without that getting out of the way, first day of Disney University was called The Journey Begins. Basically what we did was we introduced everybody to each other. We had 2 facilitators. Facilitators are the people in the blue denim shirts that have like Disney operations something on their shirt. Very nice. They actually are they are concierges, but they are front desk. I think one of them was front desk, but I think they just do a temp assignment at Disney University and facilitate. Is that a word? Facilitate? I guess so. So that's what they did. They were very nice. One of them was very nice, but one of them was nice at the beginning, but then that's all I'm gonna say about that. So the first day, it was fun for the first hour and a half, very exciting, but I'm not gonna lie to you that it gets very tedious and lengthy because it is a work day. What are you gonna do for 8.5 hours in a classroom? But they're very nice with breaks, water breaks, food breaks, walk around breaks. It breaks it up, very nice. Get to go to Company D, buy some cast member lanyards, and Stage 1 cafe was actually really decent. It was really good. So not worry about that, Also, we learned about resorts. We learned about everybody else where they're working. We communicated with everybody, learned what it takes to be a concierge. We saw videos. In the beginning, the most famous thing of all, if you are an alumni and you've been to Disney University, that fire safety video, like, please step out this way. I don't know. I thought that was funny. Honorable mention. The second day was, I don't know if we were learning about Lilo. Oh, we were doing the hub. I think we're still learning about resorts and customer service and directions and everything. Third day was Lilo, the computer system that we use, but has all the reservations on it. Also, what else could you do with Lilo? It's basically reservations of the resort. Room tells you everything: room number, credit cards. Just learn how to use it, and you also learn about magic bands since they are the newest thing. When I came in February, which it pretty much was a month old, where everybody started to have them. So we had to learn a lot about them. I was really confused in the beginning, but obviously you learn. Don't worry, it gets overwhelming at first, but they're very helpful. It's pretty straightforward and it's really nice. We'll learn how to read and code them if someone had a problem, because they are your room keys, and so there's a lot. Since it's fairly new, a lot of people get frustrated. A lot of people complain about it. A lot of people don't want to use it, but you learn, they learn, it's fine. So we learn about how to also cashiering with the money, because technically front desk is called front desk cashier. Concierge, you have a till as well, so you need to learn how to make change. They teach you how to do foreign currencies, but don't worry about that too much, because I was worried about it a lot. But you have your coordinators or FSAs to help you if you are in need or anything. They will help you out. It does say that somewhere that concierge does foreign currency exchanges. I never done it. I think someone I knew did with Canadian dollars. But if you don't know how to convert a ruble. Don't freak out. You have people to help you, so it's fine. Don't worry. Then the third day, maybe at the end of it, we started to do training in the lab, which has all the computers where we practice to check in and everything. That, for me, I was nervous. Even though I knew these people, I was just very awkward because I didn't know what to do. I mean, I knew what to do, but I was nervous that people would judge me if I did something wrong or I did something wrong or whatever. But the good thing with Lilo is that it's next window, next window, next window, next window. And don't worry about the 11 steps of a check-in. Because I would come home from class and I would study like for an hour of the 11 steps of check-in. I would practice checking in my sister. Because that's how nervous I was. But please don't be nervous because I really knocked myself out, knocked myself down when I shouldn't have. I was just very nervous. Don't be. It does seem like a lot of information, like with the computer and with the money and with the, gotta remember the 11 steps at check-in, but the computer, you don't really need to just focus on what you need to do. I mean, it doesn't matter. I honestly think that it really doesn't matter what order it is in, except obviously you're not going to say goodbye when you're greeting them, but just make sure you get payment, make sure you tell them everything about it is, tell them where the room is, get them to sign the little slip, and, I digress. But don't get nervous, because I was. So, see, about that guy earlier, the facilitator that I said, seemed nice at first, but wasn't. He made me kind of cry when I came home. I was practicing checking him in, and he was basically telling me I did everything wrong, and I was kind of upset. And he basically said that if you're working at the Grand Floridian, why you're gonna cause a lot of problems. Blah 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 blah. You're not made for this. Blah blah. You're too nice. Blah blah. I'm like, I'm too nice. What does that have to do with anything? So basically, he told me I suck. So I came home and I cried for about an hour and a half in my closet. Oops. Don't let them get to you because I think it was an act, maybe to see. I don't know, but they were very feisty. I'm not saying, am I saying every facilitator is mean? No. Am I saying most of the facilitators are feisty? Yeah, they were pretty feisty toward the end. I guess they wanted to see how you act. I don't know, but that guy was in an act because I met somebody at Dinosaur who knew him, and they said he was a very nice man. I don't know. Don't let them get to you. Don't let other people get to you. Just focus on yourself. Just focus on yourself. You'll be fine. It's not that difficult. You're going to learn. You have 5 days to learn it. Last day of training, I was very nervous. But I was fine. I did great. He was the guy was mean to me again when I said, oh, like, bye. And the lady was like, oh, you're going to be great. And then the other guy's like, anyway, I digress. Look at me now, dude. Look at me now. Just kidding. So after the 5 days at Disney University, I had a day off. Hallelujah. After that, I had my resort orientation. I loved resort orientation. It kind of was like traditions, but with the Grand Floridian style. We learned about the resort, walked around the resort, learned everything there was about it, learned where I was going to work. Fast forward, the first day of training, on-the-job training was 5 days long. Oh, also, I want to say that sometimes everybody has you probably know this, every person does things very differently. What I mean by that is sometimes facilitators may make you think that you don't know what you're doing, or you're doing it wrong, or you're doing this the wrong way, you're saying you're greeting wrong, you're doing this wrong. Don't listen to them. That's kind of harsh. Like, you know what I mean. It's like when you learn Italian in high school, that part of the language that your teacher is teaching you is not the whole Italian. There are many different dialects of Italian. This is kind of the same thing. There are many different resorts. The two of them that I was my teachers, they were at a Value and they were at a vacation club resort. It was Old Key West. I think was it Moderate? I don't know. I think it's Moderate. I'm not saying don't listen to them. They have no idea what to talk. Of course they do. They have so much experience. They were great. They did really well in their roles. But don't let them bring you down. because one of them brought me down, and I shouldn't have listened to them. But they're very different. I worked at a deluxe, so the money was different. The money counting was different. The interactions were different. There weren't a lot of kids that stayed at the Grand Floridian, so everything's different. Don't worry about it. If you think you can't do it, you can do it. Okay, just don't freak out, because sometimes I think they really get you nervous. I think that's what they do. Maybe that's why. Maybe he wasn't mean after all. Maybe he was nice. I'm just kidding, but just don't freak out about it. It's just don't. Am I saying not listening to them? Of course, listen to them. They really helped. They taught you everything you needed to know about front desk. Just if they tell you something like don't do this or don't talk too much and you want to, you can do it. Just what I'm trying to say is your trainer is the one you need to take everything from, because they know what it is and they know how it is, and that's why they became a trainer. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't really mean to sound very not narcissistic, but very condescending about them. I think they're really great. They're very knowledgeable. I'm not that kind of person. I did listen. Of course I listened to them. They're teachers. I respected everybody. But I'm just saying that if they make you feel nervous, don't let them, because they're the first step. The second step is your trainer, and that's when you should actually feel a little nervous. I mean, you should, at least I was. So anyway, after that, I graduated from Disney University. We started on-the-job training. On-the-job training, my first shift was 5:30 in the morning. Here's a tip for anybody who's staying at the Commons. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Don't do it. I take the bus, so I walked to Chatham at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't do it. That was the most scariest moment of my life. I basically ran in full costume to Chatham. Don't do it. So anyway, I got there. My trainer was very sweet. You learn the ins and outs of check-in. It went great. Second day, I had the same trainer. It went great as well. 5:32. Then I had 4 more days. I think it was 4 more days. Was it? Or 3? 3 more days. 3 more days with another trainer who we did afternoon shifts, and then we did I don't think we did a graveyard, not a graveyard, like a third shift, but we did night shifts and things like that. After that, I earned my ears. We did have a test. It was a 50-question test, but concierge was a 19-question test. But front desk, it was just, they tell you the answers. A lot of people get nervous about that, but it's very, very easy. They go over the answers with you basically before you take the test, and then they just assess you on checking in people. Okay, not gonna lie, don't freak yourself out, because I was so nervous. Every check-in I did with my trainer, I was like, so don't be nervous, okay? You'll get through it. You'll be great. So after that, I earned my ears. I was a front desk cast master. Yay! It was official. It was really fun. I loved front desk. I met a lot of great people there. Managers were so great. Cast members were wonderful. I had a great experience for front desk. It was awesome, especially I usually worked a lot of 6 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. shifts, which I loved because you get to sleep in and be productive. So it's pretty awesome. And at 1 a.m., like clockwork, we had a graveyard person giving hot chocolate to us. Because our quick service is 24 hours. And usually after every shift, sometimes I get a pizza from Gasparilla at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm crazy. And the bus would take forever to get there because Anyway, so front desk, I'll just tell you a brief day in the life about front desk. You take your till, which is the cash. You count the cash, make sure it's $13.50. That's deluxe resorts. I think every dollar amount is different from every type of resort. So you do that. Make sure you have 10 magic bands. You make sure you have $13.50 in your drawer. You go out. Cast member will take your key, unlock the drawer, sanitize your station, and once you put the little touch point on and your mat on the counter, you are ready for business. Basic check-ins take about 2 minutes, not too long. The only thing about front desk is that you don't really want to make it too long because a lot of people are very anxious to get to their room. Usually what you find from earlier shifts that not a lot of rooms are ready. Rooms are ready after 3 p.m. So usually if you have early shifts, you get a lot of frustration, but that's okay, especially with the monorail. Since we were a monorail resort, the monorail didn't work, wasn't operating for some amount of hours, and we got a lot of issues. But nothing we can't handle. Guests are guests. There's rude guests. It happens. Life goes on. That's pretty much it with front desk. Checking in, checking out. Checking out was really easy. Just to check out and send them their bill, and they're on their way. That's pretty much it with front desk. You learn to know a lot about bellmans. You know a lot about curbsiders. Didn't really learn about much concierge because they were on the dark side, the other side of the lobby. No, I'm just kidding. I love concierge. But that was front desk. So you worked about front desk about 3 months. 3 months. Will give me about 3 to 4 weeks, maybe about a month and a half. Month and a half, I think is right. Then you get 5 days of concierge training at Disney University. Basically live there because every cast member that was there remembered me because I'm always there. So concierge, the first day was learning about dining reservations, tickets, magic bands, and the whole shebang. Second day, same thing, practicing making dining reservations and selling tickets, learning about ticket packages. What I recommend of any concierge cast member, research Disney. That's what I did before I knew I got accepted as a concierge. Research everything. I researched the whole map. I studied it, made sure I knew where everything was, what resorts belong to what park. And the outside area. A lot of people ask you about churches. They ask you about malls. Especially churches. We had to get like the pamphlets and everything. Luckily, I knew because I'd been to a few of the churches in Orlando. So a lot of product knowledge too. Go to the restaurants, go to rides, go to shows, go to Lanuba, go to the bowling alley because it's a great recommendation. I actually spent an hour planning a guest's vacation based off of my experience, and they were so grateful. They came back to me saying that they enjoyed everything I did for them. It was really awesome with concierge. That's the best part, recommending, because I'm a Disney freak, and how I can just share my knowledge to other people is really great. And they would teach me things that I didn't know that they could do too, which was great. Like I didn't know you could have hair braiding at the Polynesian. I did not know that. But now they do, so now I know. And then the next person that told me, I told them at the Polynesian or Magic Kingdom by Pirates because I went to the park and I saw it. So that's great. Third, fourth day was the last day. We basically just practiced because we all have experience with Lilo and everything. I wasn't overwhelmed because it was just adding 3 things. Oh, an a la carte is a dining reservation system. A la carte sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Surprise, surprise. Here's a tip. Please do not make reservations for yourself on a la carte. It's not allowed. You can have a cast member do it for you, but you can't do it for yourself. Thing is, though, we are more advanced than the DisneyWorld.com reservations because we want a fair advantage for our guests. So so we don't go out of business, so they would come to us for reservations. Because a lot of people be like, wow, you have a 2 o'clock. How come the website doesn't have 2 o'clock available? Because we're concierge and we have the best. The best. Also, there's a lot of frustration with fast passes if they don't have any available, because who books a Soarin' fast pass the day of at an hour early? But I digress. It gets frustrating, but that's how it is. Last day of concierge training for Disney University, we had a My Disney Experience. Cast Apps, which is another system you use to book fast passes with. Learns a lot about My Disney Experience, learn about how to modify the fast passes, how to add, how to take away, proxy into My Disney Experience account. You're gonna make so many My Disney Experience account with your iPad. You have an iPad as a concierge. You just please have a My Disney Experience account, please, and they don't. You're like. So you make it for them. Take some time. You have more interaction with guests at concierge because front desk is go. And concierge is more like, I'm going to stay here until your problem is solved or your question has been answered. I loved concierge. I wouldn't change anything. So after, training, on the job training, concierge was 5 days, I think. That was great. I did a great thing. It was fun. I did everything I needed to be done. Basically, you just go in, same thing like front desk. You count your money in, you put it in the till. Sometimes, usually at the Grand Floridian, that the staff was, like, we had so much staff at concierge, so you would just not have a bank sometimes, but just get one. Um, that was pretty much it. It was just all about reservations, dining reservations, answering questions, recreation, like booking bungalows or doing watercraft or anything like watercraft. I think that's what that's called. Um, Also, you get a lot of fast pass questions, ticket sales. The difference between vacation planner and concierge is that concierge, we don't have a quota. Vacation planner does have a quota. So don't get nervous if you heard that ticket sales are a quota. We don't have a quota. I really didn't sell that much tickets. I sell a few, but not really. They go to the lovely vacation planners for tickets because they know more than we did because we just got a little trained on it. They knew everything about tickets, which is great. I wish I knew more about tickets. I knew the basic idea of tickets, but sometimes I was a fish out of water trying to explain annual pass tickets because I wasn't trained annual pass tickets, but I researched and it was fine. So yeah, that was concierge pretty much in a nutshell. After lobby, I got trained lounge, which I explained before. Did I explain before? It's every deluxe resort. I think maybe moderate resorts have them. It's club level, which is more money. We have curbsiders to check them in. Curbsiders with the iPad. Lounge, we make sure the buffet table is clean. We make sure the food is fully stocked. I liked it. It was very like uppity. Talk to guests when they're eating, and you get the product knowledge food. Sometimes your manager says that, oh, you want to try this? Want to try that? I'm like, sure, thanks. Don't eat the food because you will get fired. It's technically stealing from the company. It's called product knowledge. Wait for your manager. If you really want to eat something, ask your manager. If you're really, really, really hungry and have lunch, ask your manager. They're usually there and be like, hey, do you mind if I try one of this? I'm not feeling very faint. They'll say yes, of course. But don't eat the food. I was never tempted to eat it. I mean, food was great, but I'm like, it's food. Whatever. Just put it out and that's it. But they let you try it, which is really nice. It was really good because a lot of people ask you about what it tastes like and how are you supposed to not know. So it was great. Product knowledge is everything. I actually first learned how to open champagne from lounge. I learned how to open a beer bottle from lounge. Silly me. I don't have the scar anymore. I'm trying to open a Heineken. Can't open it because it's not twisty. I didn't know. I don't drink, so I don't know. So I did not know you had to go with it. I didn't know. Champagne. I've seen a lot of horror things that people get their eyes taken out with opening champagne, so I was freaking out. But it was fine. I opened it. So now my mom thinks I'm a big shot because I can open champagne now. Ooh. So anyway, so lounge is pretty interesting. It's really fun. You get more close with your coworkers because you're actually like working together like a team. That's what the best part about working at the hotels, that you are never alone. You always have somebody with you. You always have like a manager with you, an FSA with you. FSAs are your saviors. Be friends with all of them. They're great people. They are your saviors. They will help you all the time. No questions. That's what I really liked about it. We were never alone. We were very close-knit. Everything was great, hunky-dory. Lounge is pretty much straightforward. Make sure everything's clean. Make sure everything is locked and all that good stuff. It was very interesting. I liked it. It doesn't really seem like it would be a concierge job, but it is. But it was really fun. I liked it a lot. It was nice to have a break from lobby life for a while, just chilling. I unfortunately did not get trained club desk. Because I was extending my program to attractions. I was really bummed, to be honest. I was really bummed about being extended into attractions. I was really confused why I didn't get extended into concierge. But I did have a great time at Dinosaur as well. Concierge, oh, I loved it so much. I can't wait to go back. Hopefully go back for another program. That's it. Also, I was going to say something important. Just make the best out of it. I miss it so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me below. And if you watched this, thank you for watching. I really hope I helped you a lot. If I just babbled, I'm not really good at this vlogging thing because it's kind of awkward. Yeah, so that's it. I really hope I helped you guys out. If you have any questions, just comment below or ask me asks on Tumblr. Other than that, in closing, concierge is a great role. It teaches you so many things. The best part was if you worked at the the lobby with all the bands. It was playing, the live band playing all my favorites like Begin to Begin and Gerata Rosa and all those great songs and Jerry Pink and Apple Blossom White, good songs. Disney songs they played. I love when they played the Muppets theme song. Love my Muppets. It was great. Disney songs, Dixieland Jazz. I listened to it all night. Never got boring. My shift never got boring. Shift. Maybe when you got it was so nice working the third shift because you get to see the graveyard people and it's really nice. They're really nice people too. They work till 8 a.m. from 10 p.m. They're very nice. I just make as much friends as you can. Make friends with guests. I made so many friends, so many acquaintances, so many great network connections, and I just want you to hopefully experience what I did and have the greatest time ever. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And thank you for watching. Okay.